Greetings, folks. I am Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, bringing you new album reviews all the damn time. Today we're going to take a look at another very cool prog rock obscurity reissue from the folks over at PQR. This is a band, I believe they're from Maryland, here in the States, somewhere in the Baltimore area. This album was originally released in 1977. On a small label called Aura Records. I don't think it got very wide distribution at all. Probably a bunch of copies sent out to some radio stations around the country. That might have been it. The band is called ID. The album is called Where Are We Going? And as you can see, US Prog Classics. This is a limited edition vinyl release. I have here number 99 of 200. First official reissue. Fully remastered, limited edition, 200 copies in splatter vinyl. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Just a few short tracks on this particular one here. Right, we've got 4 tracks in total. I believe we're looking at roughly 45 minutes, just under 45 minutes. Okay, so let's take a look at the release here from PQR. So we've got a little one sheet which has some photographs and a little bit of history of the band and their short little career. Right? And then the vinyl is this cool, I'm going to call that kind of like space splatter, blueberry splatter. I'm not really sure what you call that. Kind of cool. It's clear vinyl, but it's got the little blueberry and vanilla blobs all over the place, whatever you want to call it. So you'll see, like, it's got this kind of apocalyptic album cover, and then you see the spaceship on the back and, you know, deep dark space. There's kind of a reason for that, I guess, because the music from this band on this album very much in the space rock realm. It's progressive rock, but it's soul space rock too. I hear influences from like Pink Floyd, Hawkwind, that sort of thing, but very guitar oriented. Let's talk about who's in or who plays in the band here. So we've got the two brothers, David Oikel on lead vocals, guitar, and mellotron. He wrote all the compositions here. Gary Oikel on lead guitar, also co-writer of compositions. James Albert on slide guitar. Bob Halsall on mellotron. Bob also produced the album. Kevin Orsi on bass and vocals, and Ralph Jenkins on drums and vocals. As you probably saw by the photograph here, Mr. Orsi plays a Rickenbacker. They talk about how his big influences were Chris Squire and Geezer Butler. The bass is very, very prominent in the mix. There are loads and loads of guitar solos here. Some of this is heavy prog. Some of it's very, very spacey. Again, like I mentioned, Pink Floyd, Hawkwind, lots of really cool synths. There's mellotron galore all over this album. While there are vocals, there's just really long instrumental passages on this album. So a good chunk of the album is instrumental. You got 4 tracks. Over on side 1, you have Sunrise, A New Day, which is the shortest piece on the album. It's just over 4 minutes long. Decent, right? Early prog, right? 70s prog. Recording is decent on this. It's nothing spectacular, the production, but it's good for what it is. You can tell it's like something from the vaults, right? That was independently produced and whatnot. But then you've got what makes up the bulk of the album. You have the 2-part title track, Where Are We Going? Part 1 is about 16 minutes long. That is on side 1, and you have to flip it over to get part 2, Where Are We Going Part 2, which is about 13 and change, just under 14. So all told, about 30 of the 43 minutes on here is the title track, the epic title track. Very cool stuff. Like I said, loads of guitar solos, heaping amounts of mellotron, cool drumming and bass playing. Like I said, you got vocals splattered all throughout this album, but it's not like a big vocal-oriented record. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Think of like, at times, like I said, very early Pink Floyd, like early 70s Pink Floyd, as well as some Hawkwind, but without the big kind of heavy riffs. It's not really a riffy album. There are riffs on here. It's more of like kind of scorching lead guitars. A lot more lead guitars here than in Hawkwind, but a lot of cool kind of synths and mellotrons and things like that all throughout here, which is really cool. But very, very, very interesting stuff. Solar Wind is a very cool piece. that kind of finishes the album. Again, there's just some wild guitar explorations on that. Screaming guitars. That's more of like a psychedelic song. Very, very cool. Overall, I really like this a lot. I've listened to it a number of times, and I can really appreciate the guitar work on here. It's got a nice space rock vibe, which I really dig, and there's lots of jamming. So if you like that kind of like 70s jammy prog space rock type of thing, I think you're going to like this. If you like Mellotron, there's tons of Mellotron here. A lot of cool guitar noises and things like that. I think I mentioned like synths. There's really no synths on this album, but they're using guitars in all sorts of cool ways to give a lot of those textures and things like that. But plenty of Mellotron for sure. So yeah, I like this a lot. I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 star. Very, very cool. Obscurity from the U.S. from 1977. I'd never even, I own and have heard a lot of cool obscure U.S. prog from this decade, from the 70s and the 80s. Never heard this band before, so this is kind of a cool little find here, and a little very nice release for the PQR folks. So yeah, go check it out. I'm going to put a link down below to their website where you can go investigate this further and see if it's something you may want to pick up. I would recommend it if you like obscure rarities from the 70s from here in the States. Very cool stuff. Go check it out. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options all down below. Thanks in advance for all your support, folks. It's greatly appreciated. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.